Hey everybody, welcome to Freehandly Made AU My Autistic Life. I have a finished object to share with you and I'm very excited. I finished this while watching Triple C's live last night and I got so excited that I finished it that I told her about it. I'm like, I just finished my blanket. All right, so time frame of this blanket. It didn't take me long at all. This is my very first baby blanket, so I'm really surprised. I got started on it late because, as many of you know, I had a really horrible virus and I didn't want to start it until I knew I was cootie free. So I started it. It took me, let's see, not this Sunday, last Sunday. That week is when I started it. So the week before Valentine's Day is when I started it, and then I finished it today. So about a week and 2 days, give or take. Yeah, a week and 2 days is how long it took me. So 9 days is how long it took me to make this blanket. So this is the blanket, and you guys can see the border that I did. I decided to, I did a single crochet around the whole entire blanket because I needed to get a nice foundation, especially on the sides. And then I finally got the desired look I wanted with the border, and that was by using a treble crochet all the way around. So this is the blanket. And I'm not going to unfold it because it took me, I'm really funny about things looking nice and neat. And this is a gift, and I'm going to be wrapping it up here in a minute and putting it in a gift bag. So I don't want to unfold it, but I am going to include pictures of it laid out so you guys can see. And then I also took close-up pictures of the waffle side and the flat side. It's very squishy. Once again, the yarn that I used, in case someone's watching this and they didn't watch the first video when I did this as a whip, the yarn I used was Baby Bee Sweet Delight Baby Camo. The net weight is 4 ounces. It was 377 yards. It has a weight of 3. I'm pretty sure I have that right. Hang on. Why doesn't it say on here? Why doesn't it say? Oh, it does. Man, that picture is really little. It has a weight of 3. It says to use a 4mm or a size 6 knitting needle, or use 4.5mm hook or a size 7 USA hook. I used a 4mm hook for this blanket. I will include the link to the tutorial that I went to do the waffle stitch. I have to say that I did not use her complete pattern for the border. I don't know. I didn't even finish watching the video when she was doing her border because I had my own border that I wanted to do. So I couldn't even tell you what border she used on her blanket. But for the main part of the blanket, I followed her tutorial. My measurements are a little bit different than hers. I wanted my blanket to be 30 inches by 32 inches, and I made sure I made it by 30 inches by 32 inches. Pretty sure my gauge does not match hers because I'm a beginner and I was not paying attention to my gauge because it's not a wearable, it is just a blanket, and I was not worried about it. It took me almost 5 yards. This is all I have left of the 5th skein. 5 yards, 5 skeins. This is what I have left of the 5th skein, which is not much. So I would say pretty much almost 5 skeins because this is all that's left. I had originally bought 6 skeins because I just wanted to make sure I had enough. With me being a beginner, not sure how tight my stitches were going to be and whatnot, and wasn't quite sure how big I wanted to make it when I first started. So I wanted to make sure I got enough yarn. So I actually have a full skein left, plus this little bit. And so I will be making a baby safe teddy bear, very small, obviously, because I only have 1 skein of yarn, but that's okay. I already found the pattern for the teddy bear. and I'll do a whip video once I start. I'll be starting on this today. Anyway, the tutorial that I used for this was a little simpler than the original one that I had. So I went with it instead because I just needed the basics. You know what I mean? And so I loved the tutorial. It was easy to follow. It was slow enough to follow, so I didn't have to slow the video down. And for me, that's important, especially as a beginner. I've only been crocheting 6 months, you guys. All in all, how did I like the yarn? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love the yarn, even though it was a 3-weight. A 3-weight. I was concerned about it being a 3-weight because I didn't think it was going to make the blanket warm enough. But Sandra, who is a loyal friend and follower of my channel, told me not to worry about it. Tank from I Love to Crochet also told me not to worry about it because they say use the waffle stitch. The waffle stitch is nice and squishy. It's a yarn eater, therefore it will make that yarn seem thicker because of the way the stitching works itself out. Go with the waffle stitch. So I took both of their advice and I went with the waffle stitch. Thank you, ladies, so much. You guys were right on cue. It is perfect. It is nice. It's squishy. So it's thick enough and it is definitely warm enough. Definitely, hands down, it's warm enough. So if you live in the frozen tundra like I do, and you have a hard time finding the yarn you want like I do, if you have to go with a 3-weight, use the waffle stitch. I didn't even have to double the yarn together. Didn't have to double strand at all. It came out perfect. Because I mean, you're not going to have a baby hanging out in the snow for hours on end anyway, right? I mean, let's be serious. Anyway, so it's perfect. If you switch it and you flip it on the flat side, it makes a perfect baby tummy time mat. Perfect tummy time mat. And then you wrap the baby in it and it makes a perfect blanket. So this actually has a dual purpose. It serves as a blanket and it also serves as a tummy time mat because it's cushiony enough. It's perfect. So that's it. Blanket is done. Blanket is done. I'm very excited. I cannot wait for my husband to give this to our tenants that live in the other cabin just past the back pasture. I know that they're going to love it. Daddy is a hunter. We live up in the mountains. This baby camo with this little light mint that speckles through it is absolutely perfect for a baby boy. I'm so glad I went with this yarn. Those of you that helped me with this project, thank you so much. I love you and I appreciate you guys so much. And all the support that I get from the Yarny community is absolutely hands down amazing. Amazing. That's all I have for you guys today. If you're like me and it's snowing outside and you're trying to keep warm, stay safe. I will see you guys around the YouTube streets. I'll definitely see you guys Thursday at 12 noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern for our Friends Clubhouse episode live. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love you. Always remember, dare to be you, dare to be different. Love from Montana, y'all. Bye. Mwah.